how I'm your muse, loving when I lay next to you. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. How's it going? I hope it's going good. My name is Shana, the Shanabelle. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. So today will be another collective reading. Right now, I'm currently moving to Paris, so I had to create a bunch of collective readings for you guys. If you hadn't checked out my previous collective reading like a couple of days ago where I explained this to you guys. But yeah, so without further ado, we're going to get into your Reiki healing. So if you're open and receptive to receiving this energy healing and activation, just say yes, and you will receive it wherever you need it most at this time in your mind, body, soul, and life. Okay, so getting into your reading. Okay, so I was getting the message of you being a star, you understanding who you are and what you have to offer, you being able to portray or communicate who you are and the message that you're trying to send through your creations very well. So you could do like social media influencing, you could do acting, you could do music, dance, whatever the case is, but arts like painting, sculptures, writing novels, things like that. And you put your all into what you do. You also put your personality and your characteristics, your morals, your values in what you do, and it comes out, it shows, and you're able to communicate your character, your character quite well. I can't think of the exact word. It's like when you does anybody have challenges out there that like understand, like when you feel energy but then you're trying to put the English word to the energy. It's like, say you speak like Spanish or you speak like French, like you speak a different language, and not every phrase that you have in a different language translates perfectly into English. That's basically what it's like when you're channeling energy. Like energy is its own language, so you kind of have to find the word in the English language or whatever language you're channeling in that equates to what the energy is trying to tell you. But like there's not enough words in the human dictionary to do that, like, anyway. But yeah, you are able to portray who you are quite well, and people are taking a liking to who you are and how you portray yourself. We have the Four of Swords. This could be something that you worked very hard on doing and have been stressed about doing. Let me tell you, honestly, that comes with time and experience and wisdom. Knight of Pentacles. Like when I say time and experience, I mean like you have to get used to doing it, putting yourself out there. The more content that you release, the easier it's going to be for people to get the big picture, and not even for other people to get the big picture, for you to understand the big picture, because you can just start, like when you first start, you don't really know exactly how you want everything to look, exactly how you want everything to play out and everything like that. So as you just put things out and you realize what you had to say, or you realize what you look back at what you created, you kind of see a bigger picture of the vision. Like you see the vision. So yeah, especially with the Knight of Pentacles, it's giving like you've been walking on this path for some time. Like you probably was like you spent some time like really thinking about what it is you want to create. You could have spent a lot of nights and years like, contemplating if you should release it, if you should create something, if you should do it, if you should release it. You did end up releasing it, and you've been on this journey now of releasing a bunch of things. Like look at every pentacle, and each pentacle is like you releasing something new. And then you spent a lot of time still by yourself, trying to research and look back at I'm hearing like numbers and analytics. So say you do like social media, or even if you do like music and such like that, usually musicians and such post on social media to advertise and promote their stuff. So even if you're an artist, like a singer and all that stuff, because I'm a singer, I identify as an R&B and pop singer. So but I still use social media, and I use social media to promote my stuff and everything like that. So it doesn't really matter what you do as long as you post on social media. Like, I'm gonna just say artist, like entertainer, artist, creative, whatever the case is. Like, you have to look back at your analytics, see what works, what doesn't work, you know, what you enjoy doing, what you don't enjoy doing, what you enjoy performing, what you don't, like things like that, what resonates with you the most, what doesn't. And then you also just look back and be like, first of all, creating is honestly like really healing. So I'm seeing that you've been healing all this time as well. But yeah, so you spend a lot of time researching and looking back at the journey that you've been on, honestly. And I see that you're very proud of yourself for how far you come. I see that you, if you're not already, you should be very grateful and thank yourself for putting in all that work, because you put in a lot of work. You did a lot, whether you know it or not. You literally did so much. And then we have the 10 of swords coming out, and you honestly are like the end of the journey. And I want to say, okay, let me not say the end of the journey, but you're more so like you're at a place where it's like the end of the movie, High Priestess. Like, you know where you are and what you're going to do. You see the bigger picture now. We have the 5 of swords at the bottom of the deck. Before, where there used to be like fog and confusion, you have clarity now. So you've received clarity, and you're kind of like at that point in your journey where it's kind of just, you know, like in the movies, like you're on a journey and there's a bunch of, you could come across a bunch of obstacles, you know, there's a bunch of monsters and people trying to kill you and things like that, you know, and somebody ends up sick and breaking a foot or something, and then you run out of food or somebody steals your stuff, whatever the case is, and then you, at the end of the movie, everything's fine and dandy, you know, like they reach to their destination, whatever the case is, or they reach to a part in the journey where everything else is like smooth sailing. So that's kind of like where you are. Everything else in life is about to be really smooth sailing. Any complications or struggles or troubles that come your way, with the High Priestess coming out, so you could be Pisces, or also with the Hermit, you could be a Virgo. But with the High Priestess being here, anything that comes your way, you're going to be able to easily navigate around, because you already experienced it, or experienced something similar, or put things in place beforehand to prevent you from having to have like these terrible situations, like downfalls. Like, say you have a bill to pay, okay, you've already been paying bills, so you understand how to pay bills, how to afford your bills, how to save for bills, how to save for emergencies, things like that. You have things put in place already to help you. Say it's like, oh, you have to write a new song. Okay, well, you already wrote many songs before. You already know who you're gonna go to record for yourself. You already know who you're gonna go to for the beat. You already know how to release it, how to get like the cover, the album cover, all that stuff. So you already put everything in place that you needed to. You've already done it before, so you can do it now. And anything new that you need to do, you already know where to go. You already have people that you can call for either help to do it, to hire them, to put you on to somebody. Like, you're not new to this anymore, you're true to this. You've been on the journey already, and you've been on the journey for some time, and you have created some type of credibility for yourself, some type of repertoire for yourself, where people know, okay, yeah, like this is somebody I can go to, this is somebody who I can trust. You have, if say you have a business, or and you do services, or you sell something, like say you sell socks, people love your socks, they'll come back to your socks. That's so random, but I don't know, like you can sell anything. Like, you honestly are giving the energy where you can sell anything, you can do anything, you can go anywhere, you can enter any type of field, or you can, like, if you're an entertainer, if you do social media, like you can drop music, or you can be in a movie, or you can model for something or someone, and if people would want to watch it or support you because they love you and they trust you and they trust your work and all of the work that you did in the past. So you're coming off as like a reputable source, or like a go-to, like a shoe-in, or like somebody who they know you're very, like, you're the type of person that people will call or go to. Like, say you're a tarot reader, if people need to figure out like what's going on in a relationship or what's going on in the career, whatever the case is, they'll go look up your channel or your profile, whatever the case is, and find a reading from you that you did about careers or romance, whatever it is that they're looking for, whatever answer they're looking for. They'll look up you and go on your channel and find a video on it to figure out what's going on in that relationship. Or it's like whenever they see you drop a video, they click on it as quickly as possible. Or if they see, like, they are subscribed to your channel with the bell notification on, or they have your notification on every platform, or they follow you on every platform, and like you're their favorite at this point, you know. So it's, you have people that's looking out for you, that's genuinely supporting you in whatever field it is. Say even if you're working like a corporate job, you could be like, you have a lot of experience under your belt, a lot of education and experience under your belt, where it's easy for you to get a job, and you have experience working with great brands, these huge brands, or like just really good companies that run well, that are notable, and they have their own notoriety, where it's like, okay, well, if you worked at this job and you was able to work here well for so long, then you will do great at our job, because it's like similar task, it's a similar type of work environment and speed that you have to work at, and things like that. And but it might pay you more, and things like that, because now you have that experience from the past, and you're just moving forward. You want to move forward in your career, so you're not like starting your career anymore. You're moving forward in your career, and you're going further in what it is that you do, right? You found your niche, you found what you do, you found what you love, and now it's very much so you just going further and further in it, and getting better and better, making more and more money from it, being more and more stable, putting down your own roots, and kind of forming it, like you making strives and changes in the industry that you work in, and you contributing to it. Like, you're no longer just learning from it, you're also contributing from it. So you could have been working in this field for like a year plus now at this point, because it takes like 10 years, no, it takes 10,000 hours to master something, so about a year to master something. So you could be really mastered in this career and very like stable, like you feel confident doing it. So that's why it's like you just keep going further and further in it, and it's not really you having to overcome these huge obstacles anymore. It's kind of like what you're doing, and it's kind of like mundane for you now, and just like everyday tasks for what you have to do, and you're like used to it. So you're coming into a very easy flow, a very like calm and you're getting into a comfortable flow, like ebb and flow of life. I'm gonna pull from the Moonology deck and then wrap up this reading, because I was like called to pull from here. I was gonna wrap it up, but it was like, no, pull from the Moonology deck. Okay. Then we have a time to give rather than take. So that's what I meant when I was like, how you're not just learning from your career anymore. I wanted to say you're not just taking from the career when I said learning, because that's in a sense like taking. But it's now for you to contribute and make your own strides in the career field that you're in, and change it for the better. Like, make your own contributions to it. Like, say you're a scientist, like you'll make your own discoveries in the world, like in the science world. Like, that's what I mean. Like, it's time for you to make your own discoveries and contribute to the world and the expansion of the human race and consciousness, and our understanding of how the world works and everything. But whatever like sector you're in. So say you do beauty, maybe you want to start your own beauty brand, and you contribute. Like Rihanna, a few years ago, she created 40 Shades Full Foundation, and that was the first brand that ever did that. And ever since then, basically, if anybody dropped foundations, it had to be like at least 40 shades or they get canceled. Like, so that's kind of like one way to do it in like a beauty way. Or say you do like, you're into like fitness, you come up with a new way for people to be able to reach their goal weight in like a short amount of time in a healthy manner, something like that. If you do like spirituality, you channel something else that was like never known before, whatever the case is. Like you forgot like a new method for manifestation that works very well and helps a bunch of people, things like that. We have to believe in the impossible. Blue moon, yeah. So believe in the impossible in the sense, like, believe that you can make these contributions, you can make these strides, like you can be a leading person in your field, and you can contribute. Like, not everything that needs to be discovered has not been discovered yet, and a lot of things that have been discovered are theories, and honestly is not the best way to go about things. So there's always ways to improve. Like, honestly, like, there's still a lot of things that people have dreamed of experiencing in life and having, and it has not even been invented yet. So there's always new inventions to be made. So just open your mind up and be receptive to receiving downloads from God that's going to give you these impromptu like nudges to do things, because those things are what helps you manifest. Like, that's how people end up coming up with these great discoveries. Like, Albert Einstein was sitting under a tree and got hit in the head with an apple and discovered gravity. Like, let's be so for real. Okay, be bold and make the first move. Cardinal moon. That's what I was saying. Yes, like, you're gonna be the first one to discover things. The first one, like, yeah, you're gonna be the first one to like invent things and discover things and to understand things, like come to the conclusion. Like, you might read a book that's from like ancient times, and you read it and it's been read before, but like you read a passage or like a sentence or a paragraph or something, and it's like it resonates with you and you understand it on another level that like no one has ever been able to understand it, and it like unlocks some type of hidden knowledge that's been accessible to us all this time. It's just we haven't been able to actually see it because no one was able to consciously comprehend what was actually being said and meant in that passage, right? So you're going to be making a huge strides very soon, so be open to that. Okay, but yeah, those are your messages, this is not pile, but those are your messages, collective. I hope this resonated. If it did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment below letting me know which pile you came from and how it resonated. Let me know how it resonated, because it's not a pick a card, like I keep saying that. But also, this is my third video being recorded though, so it feels just like a pick a card reading. But yeah, also subscribe to my channel with the bell notification on so you can be notified whenever I upload. If you'd like to purchase the decks that I use, you can find it in the description box. I use the Lightsia's Tarot deck first and then the Moonology Oracle deck. You can also find any other information you might need from me in the description box. If you can't find it in the description box, then you can leave a comment below if there's something you need to know about me or need to know from me or need from me that is not in the description box, and I'll answer it. I see the comments. I'm always commenting. You guys can see that I comment back to you guys, so you're free to comment. Also, if you want it to be like more private, you can follow me on Instagram and DM me there, because those are more private if you don't want like the whole entire universe seeing it. But yeah, I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. For me, please teach me